Hello YouTube, today I will show you how to draw iPod Nano 5G in Adobe Photoshop. This is a sample I have already created, and I'm going to be using this image for colors because I didn't remember all the colors we need to use. Okay, so let's start. Click File and select New to create a new image. Width to 1500, height to 1200, and resolution to 300. Click OK. Now let's first unlock this layer by double clicking on it, and let's name it BG as background. Now create a new layer and name it body. Okay. Now right click on this rectangle tool and use rounded rectangle tool. Put the radius to 10 pixels, create a new shape layer and style to nothing. Okay, let's draw the body now. It's okay. Now using the pen tool, right click on it, select add anchor point tool, zoom in. I'm using Control and Spacebar and just clicking. To zoom out, Control Space and Alt. Okay, and add anchor point somewhere in the middle. Okay, hold Shift and drag these to the end like this. Okay, now right click path selection tool and select direct selection tool. Click on this new anchor point and drag it up. You can use Shift. So we get this oval shape. Okay, that looks good. We can just move it up a little bit. Okay, that's good. Now right click and rasterize that layer. Now double click it. Go to gradient overlay, put the angle to 0 and click on a gradient to choose colors. Now double click the first color. So let's see if we have, yes, I have it. So as first color put 0055A1. Click OK. Now create a new point and put it to 50%. Now double click it. Let's use some greenish color, greenish blue, something light. Okay, and as end color we're gonna use the same as first color, so 0055A1. Click on OK, OK, and OK. Now let's create a new layer and name it shadow. Okay, using the brush tool and the basic brushes right here, and with 48 pixels size of a brush, let's draw shadows on the edge. So for the better looking, control and select press Control, hold it and click on a body layer. Go to shadow layer and holding Shift, click and drag the line on the edge of the body. Okay, same on the other side. Sorry about that. You would like to release the shift if you want that N to make it. So hold Shift and click and drag it. Okay, now let's just press Ctrl and D to deselect and lower the opacity of the shadows. So about 80%. Looks good. Okay, now what else we have here? Oh yeah, this highlights. Let's create a new layer, rename to highlights. Okay, again with the brush tool, but this time with the white color as foreground. Let's resize the brush to 28. Okay, and let's create the highlight. Again, control and click and select it, and let's create a highlight. Okay, and again highlight over here. So let's just resize the brush tool a bit. Okay, control and D to deselect, and let's lower the opacity to 35% or so. Okay, that looks good. Okay, what's next? Oh yeah, top and bottom. Okay, let's click on body and duplicate it, and using your arrow keys move it 3 pixels up like that. Let's double click it, uncheck gradient overlay, and check color overlay. Now let's use some darker blue. Okay, and drag the body copy down under the body. So now we have this edge up here, and now copy the body copy and move it 3 pixels down. Sorry, yeah, 3. Okay, now looks good. Okay, what's next? Okay, let's create the screen now. So we create a new layer and name it screen outside. Okay, let's again use the same rounded rectangle tool, and let's use black as foreground color. And let's drag the screen. Okay, looking good. Okay, let's right click it and rasterize it. Now let's click and drag the new layer image and duplicate layer. Name it screen inside. Go ahead to color overlay, and use some darker gray like that. Okay. Now press Ctrl and T, hold Shift and Alt, and drag in like this. Okay, now hold Shift and Alt again and drag this up, so like this. Okay, now double click the screen inside again, check bevel and emboss. Okay, put the angle to 90%. I'm sorry about that. Angle to 90%, select down, depth to 1%, and size to 0. Okay, now we have our screen. What next? Oh, this little button here. Okay, to create that, create a new layer above BG layer and name it button. Okay, let's create a path using the pen tool. Okay, now click and create that button. Right click, make selection, feather radius 0. Okay, and let's fill it with black. Ctrl and D. Now let's zoom out to check it. Okay, can move it down a bit. I'm moving it using the arrow keys. Let's zoom in here. Okay, now let's double click button layer, select gradient